The dreaded flu season is officially here. Health Services Manager Candace Da Silva and School Nurse Coordinator Surilla J are here to tell us more about it. This is not what we were hoping to hear on a weekday, but it is time. Can't deny it, huh?
Right. Jay, thank you so much for having us here to chat with you more about the flu. It is flu season, but it's also holiday season. So we know many loved ones will be traveling to celebrate Thanksgiving. And so we want to make sure that our citizens are safe and healthy and we prevent the spread of the virus. So the health department conducts influenza surveillance using a variety of approaches. And that's just to give us the best and most accurate picture of what's happening in our community. So the number of cases of the flu and flu activity. And so this really helps us as a department to optimize our strategies for communicating with folks so that they can know more about prevention tips, which I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about today, as well as just to enhance our readiness to respond should an outbreak occur, and we certainly don't want that.
So an outburst is not guaranteed. We may avert it.
Right, an outbreak is not guaranteed. So we know from historical data that our epidemiologists at the department collect that we expect a certain number of cases for our community, the specific geographic location, during this time of year. And we have that historical data. Our passive surveillance methods, for example, we're routinely collecting information about the flu. Influenza is a reportable condition in the state of Missouri. And so in addition to passive surveillance methods, we also use active and syndromic surveillance. Again, just to get a full and rich picture of what's occurring within the community so we can best strategize as a local public health agency as to how we can keep our citizens safe.
So when I hear surveillance, it sounds very official and a full-out operation.
Right.
The first thing that comes to mind is a stakeout. How do you stake out on the flu? And what do you mean by the different methods you were describing?
So let me explain that a little bit more. So when we talk about surveillance from a public health standpoint, it's a really systematic way to collect information and data. So on our departmental website, we'll have weekly reports with regards to the flu. And that gives a lot of information. For example, the type of flu that's circulating in the community, or people who are coming into the emergency department presenting with influenza-like illness. And that's really important for public health practitioners to know, again, so that we can best devise strategies to prevent further spread of the virus and to help mitigate if there is, in fact, a verified outbreak. And we don't want that to occur.
No, we most certainly don't. So Nurse Shaw, then help me understand how you coordinate your team to make sure that we're all safe as well in our school systems and with our children.
Yes, everybody is involved from the bus to the door. We want to make sure that people who are sick stay at home. We want to encourage the reception of the vaccination for the flu. And it is available now, and we ask that people would do that as soon as it becomes available. We have a partnership with the Visiting Nurse Association so that nurses can actually hold flu clinics in their schools, and with assigned consent, staff members as well as students can get their flu vaccines.
Well, let's go a little bit into the education. How do we understand the flu, what it is, and how it's spread?
Okay, well, the flu is a virus.
Okay.
And unlike the cold, we do have a vaccination against it. And so we encourage people to use it. It can cause fever. It can make you weak and tired. And you can get muscle aches, headaches, fatigue. It wipes you out.
Yeah, so then I am familiar with that guy. But you also mentioned from bus to door, so we're going to talk a little bit more how we can keep that out of our area and away from our families and children, all right? Stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with Candace Da Silva and Surilla J. Shaw about this flu after this break.